Hello and welcome to Let's Go Eat, the Herald Leaders podcast about eating and drinking in the bluegrass. I'm Janet Patton and I cover food and bourbon and craft beer.
I'm Cheryl Truman. I cover business and features. Our editor Sally Shearer is normally here with us, but we had to leave her back at the Herald Leader because news.
Yeah, it happens.
But we do have an add-in at the end from Sally, who is going to Nashville later this week.
That's
has given us a list of her favorite restaurants.
We're here today at Cheapside Bar and Grill, which is in downtown Lexington next to the old courthouse and the Fifth Third Pavilion at Cheapside Park, where we'll be talking with owner Robin Campbell about their upcoming 30th anniversary, which is incredibly appropriately timed because it happens to be on St. Patrick's Day. Which is next Tuesday, the 17th, and there is just a ton of stuff going on. We have in the paper, in the Herald Leader, and on our website, some recipes if you feel like trying your hand at Colcannon or oatmeal muffins or Guinness chocolate cake. Weren't you going to make that?
I'm going to make a Guinness chocolate cake, and I will just say to my far-flung children, if you will come home, I will make the Guinness chocolate cake.
What if come over? Will you
no.
make it? No.
No, but it's a special event cake, but I mean you're special too.
Not special enough, apparently.
It's interesting to be in Cheapside. I haven't been here for many years. I do remember when it opened, and I remember coming here at a certain period in my life, as I'm sure many people, young professionals do. But I sort of stopped coming here a couple years after it opened when I became pregnant with my first child, and thereafter 30 years went by pretty quickly.
Hello, I'm here with Robin Campbell, who's the owner of Cheapside Bar and Grill downtown on Cheapside and what is the street? Short Street, right?
Short Street.
And you guys are celebrating this weekend your 30th anniversary?
Yes, we are.
That is incredible.
Number 30.
And I did not realize the tie-in with St. Patrick's Day. So how did you guys come to be, how did Cheapside come to be, and why in March?
My friends Keith Clark and David Ducamus wanted to open a bar downtown. They heard that the NCAA Final Four tournament was going to be here for the first and hopefully not the last time. But so they decided to get it open in time for that.
This is where a lot of the St. Patrick's Day stuff is going to be this Saturday when the parade and the Blessing of the Keg and all that stuff is going on. What are you guys going to be doing for the St. Patrick's Day for this weekend and Tuesday?
Well, we always have a big celebration because it's our anniversary. It's St. Patrick's Day and the whole thing. So we do a bunch of Irish food and drink specials. We have some fabulous corned beef that it's just mouth-watering.
Oh, gosh.
Really good.
You revamped your menu, too, to have more of a fresh flavor, it seems like.
I've been going to Mexico for the last 15 years every winter, and I just love some of the true Mexican food and some of the flavors, the fresh to the earthy to the, so we're kind of doing we call it Mod Mex. It's a modern Mexican with some updated ingredients.
Another 30 years. I hope Cheapside keeps on going.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us down. There's a lot of stuff this Saturday, a ton of stuff on Tuesday.
For St. Patrick's, of course, Good Foods Co-op will have its St. Patrick's Day buffet. You can also go to any of a number of pubs.
I think Winchell's is also going to have some specials on St. Patrick's Day, Bangers and Mash, Colcannon, and green beer. Now, Saturday, they're having downtown the big St. Patrick's Day Parade and the festival, which will get started in the morning with the Blessing of the Keg. It's a big keg of Alltech beer, and they'll do that here at the Fifth Third Pavilion. They're going to have the Shamrock Shuffle very early, and even though it's a foot race, some of the bars around here, like McCarthy's, are going to have some specials. I think they're going to have some Irish cider, Magner's cider, which is a hard cider, not it's alcoholic.
Right. We should possibly tell people what bangers are. They're sausages.
Yeah.
Sausages.
Bangers and mash, sausages and mashed potatoes. The farmers market will be on Water Street in the parking lot there behind the Kentucky Theater and the LFUCG building. It's underneath the great big Abraham Lincoln. One thing that I got a lot of people through the snow last week apparently was Justified. Washington Post, and then I think the New York Times also had something on Justified, and specifically the role of bourbon in Justified, and they drew on the wisdom of the Bourbon Babe, who is a blogger, Carla Carlton, in Louisville, and she sort of broke down what the different bourbons each character drank in different scenes meant. Saturday, also, there's something else a lot of people have noticed. It's Pi Day. 3/14 is Pi.
Yeah, and 3.14.
And Saturday is the 14th, and so some people are having Pi Day parties. This Saturday is actually 3/14/15, so it's Super Pi Day. Missy's said they do a brisk business every year for this. A lot of teachers will come in and get pies to take into class. It's it's a thing. I'm not making it up.
It's on Saturday.
Well, no, on Friday.
On Friday,
but they'll talk about it. Yeah, for
see.
Pi Day. So people come in, and she said that she expects they'll have quite a bit of business on Saturday.
I shall make a pie for this.
Will you?
Yes, yes.
Will you share this one with us?
Coconut. I've already downloaded the recipe. I'm on it.
That sounds great.
Got Pi Day covered.
And we have this Friday and Weekender a review of Smithtown Seafood. Delicious food, reasonably priced. If you don't know Smithtown, it's actually kind of inside the West 6 Brewery, which is going to be having a big anniversary coming up at the end of the month. So we'll be going over and talking to them, I hope, as well.
And West 6 welcomes you bringing in Smithtown Seafood so that
it goes
you can
very well. They
enjoy
often do
both together.
Pairings of the seafood with specific beers. So you'll have to look for that in the Herald Leader. We can't ignore the cats because the SEC tournament is about to start, which is where Sally is going to Nashville. And she had some recommendations for places she likes to eat in Nashville if you, like Sally, are heading down there. Arnold's Country Kitchen, Jack's Barbecue, she said, is right across from the arena, and she really likes it, and the Loveless Cafe. And I always like the Bluebird Cafe, but you can never get in there. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple of places to go, and if you're not going, if you're going to be here, you could always get those great big blue sugar cookies that Martine's has. That are big UK with blue sugar all over them, since you can get big blue.
Yeah, yes, you can go to Kroger and get. I believe they're now stocking either it's Duncan Hines or Pillsbury blue velvet cake.
So we're going to make some of those. Yeah, we're going to make some cupcakes. Next week we'll have a piece on where you can eat if you're in town for the high school Sweet 16, the high school basketball tournament, and then the week after that we'll have a piece on tourney food you can make at home. So if you have any ideas, send them to us. We have a great casserole for you guys to make that we'll be telling you about.
Is it blue?
It is not blue. It is not. It's not remotely blue, but it is delicious.